Hello, everyone. Good evening. Dr. Stacy here. I am so excited that you all decided to join us on our Wednesday evening business training. And tonight we are going to continue what we left off with last week, which is hearing from the people that are in the process of earning PUNTA MITA, the company sponsored, all expense paid trip with LifeWave. And of course, those, that didn't get to share last week. So if you are in process of earning it, meaning you have 70 or more points, or you have currently earned the trip, which I know that email will be coming out again tomorrow. Just to let you know, we did talk to our corporate today on our field advisory board, and they won't be able to get the widget. They're not going to do the widget because the email gives you the most up-to-date and accurate, minus obviously any rank advancements. Those do take 2 weeks to kick in because our commissions have to run. Until everything is final, they don't actually post those anyways as you're paid as lifetime rank. And the widget is not going to do any better. It seems to have a lot of glitches and have some things missing. So if you are not tracking your points on your own, grab a spreadsheet and start doing that. Double check their work. I know we have an executive director on our team. She's like, I'm missing like 4 or 5 points for maintenance of my rank. And they went back and recalculated and checked. And sure enough, they're humans and it's computers and no one's perfect. So you should be tracking your points yourself. If you're not, we've got plenty of trackers here in our team page in the file section. And of course, you're getting that weekly email to know where you're at as well too. So I'm going to go ahead. I know Trey has to pack. So Trey, I'm going to ask you to unmute. You can kick us off by telling us how you have 100, a little over 100 points. I'm sure more than that by now when we see this Friday's email tomorrow. How have you gotten your points for Punta Mita?
Yeah, so I think I'll have around 105 to 110, but you can't tell because they're obviously a little late on the points. So I have three things that are like the main key things that I do to get these trips every time. Obviously, the first one being enrollments. I've gotten 30 enrollments since the period has started. That's personally enrollments. And that's the one that is just going to get you those little boosts. Obviously, depending on the rank, the packs that they go in with, it's going to give you the little boost throughout the time. And then the second one is upgrades. I've gotten 12 upgrades on different people since the trip has started, since the period has started. And depending on the packs, obviously that they're upgrading to, it'll be different points, but those help as well. And then obviously the main one is going to be promotions. So helping your team promote. I've personally had two presidential directors promote underneath me and also one senior director. So those are like the big ones. Those are the ones that's going to get you the trips really quickly. Because I mean, 10, 20, 40 points in one time from one person promoting. So helping your people promote, obviously, in turn will help you promote, and you also get points from you promoting. So yeah, that'll be the quickest way to do it, and that's the strategy that I've been using to get all the trips. And yeah, I'm trying to get the second flight paid for. I think is what it is the next thing I need to get to. But yeah, that would be my tips for it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, buddy. Pack for really cold weather. All right, Jody, let's hear from you. How have you gotten your points so far?
Oh my goodness. Well, it's really interesting because I've had a few promotions, which is great. But when we had that upgrade special back 4 or 5 months ago, I upgraded virtually everybody. So when this started, I know a lot of people getting a lot of points from upgrading. That was not an option for me. I'm like, oh no, because I've already upgraded everybody. So, of course, maintaining your rank every week has been good, but mine has been people that I enrolled in October, November. getting them uprolled this month is one thing that has helped a lot, and just enrollments. And of course, a few rank ups. But yeah, just mostly enrollments, honestly. And, you know, sometimes, you can think, well, I've been doing this 3 years, I've run through my warm market. Well, that's when you get out and meet new people. I mean, and Dr. Stan, of course, he's always helping. He has brought several people from Facebook that he's talked to. I enrolled a chiropractor actually recently that owns the gym where I'm going now. Just immediately started talking to him about the patches. So I think sometimes, and the last two that I have enrolled have been referrals. One was a referral from a girl who has never patched, but she watches me constantly, and I've reached out to her several times. She has back issues, and she just always says she's broke. But she told her friend about this, and her friend bought a premium pack last week. And, so I think her friend will get her patching eventually. And then another was actually, this is very interesting, Dr. Stacy. You probably wouldn't even want me to go here. But when we had meetings at Myrtle Beach, we invited everybody that was in LifeWave, whether they were on our team or not. And I had a lady call me about a week ago who had had life happen and her account had expired and she wanted to re-enroll. And I said, well, you need to re-enroll with the person that enrolled you. You cannot enroll with me. She goes, but I want to enroll with you and Dr. Stan. And I'm like, you can't. Well, come to find out, her enroller's account had expired. So when she called customer service, they gave her permission to enroll with anybody she wanted. And
Nice.
so I just got that through 5 minutes ago on my phone. Dr. Stacy, thank you for that tip.
That's
Dr.
great.
Stacy knows we've been having some issues so with enrolling, but most of mine I guess have just been maintaining rank and enrolling new people and a few promotions.
Fantastic. Well, thank
Yeah.
you.
And I
Congrats.
do have a new director. So a lot of you guys know, and there's nothing we can do about it. Um, I was able to enroll Dr. Stan, so we're working this under his account. But I did have a big promotion of a new director under my account, but I don't have near as many points going towards Punta Mita. When we got the email last week, we weren't even showing 70, and now we're at 80. So, we're making it happen. I'm kind of like Susan Verholtz, like I like a challenge, and y'all are not going anywhere without me and Dr. Stan. But Claudia, I don't know if you can find her and unmute her. She doesn't really want to speak, but Claudia is just so consistent, reaching out to new people, enrolling new people, and following up. So
Is she maybe an iPhone, Jody? I typed in Claudia and I don't see.
it's KLA.
Oh,
Yep,
Claudia Lepp.
yep, she's on here with that name.
Okay, perfect.
There she is. I see her.
There you go, Claudia.
Hi, everybody. Well, Jody's right. I don't really like to do this, but I'm learning. I'm getting better at it. Um, it's funny because the first trip, I didn't even know I was even doing, I didn't even know about it. I was like, what are you talking about points for a trip? And I got in by like, barely. But it was fun those last few weeks because I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to make this happen. Well, this time there's a little more pressure. But it's I don't really honestly I don't really have a strategy. I literally am just putting my head down and doing the things. I went through my whole list to see if anybody wanted to upgrade, and a few did. I'm making sure I never miss out on my point each week. Um, staying active and maintaining rank, and then I've enrolled a few, and that's made a difference. And I'm actually making a point to reach out to people that I like their energy at the gym. Um, I'm not going to reach out to just everybody random, but if I have seen them before and we've exchanged hellos or whatever, then I'm reaching out to them as well. And I've had a few successes with that. So I don't really have a strategy. I'm just digging my heels in and trying to do it all.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. That's wonderful. You know what? And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. You're just working, right? You're doing what we do. You're just getting out there. You're putting yourself out there, and you're making it happen. So congratulations, Claudia. We're excited to see you in Punta Mita. All right,
I
Alicia.
Hey, you guys. Oh my goodness. So, I'm all about a trip and a prize. My love language is gifts. So these are speaking my language. We really went on 4 all expense paid trips. Whether we can say that on social media or not,
You can hear.
in 2024. So I don't want to miss any in 2025. And I will show you my notes because the goal is not how I'm doing it. Who cares? The goal is for everybody else on here to do it and join. But I will tell you, here are my notes from conference. And I know you probably can't see this, but as it was being announced, I started calculating the points and what I personally needed to do to reach the level to earn the trip. And so I said, okay, well, 18 weeks is what we had in the beginning. Now we're down to what, 5? Have we got 5 weeks? So wherever you are, 4 weeks, calculate those points. I said 18 weeks at 2 points apiece for maintaining SPD. That's 36 points right off the bat. Okay, so I can do that. And then I thought, okay, well, upgrades are easy. I do those all the time. I'll do at least 25 upgrades at 2 points minimum. That's another 50 points. 18 new enrollments, guys. That's just one a week. It's just one a week of the 18. So I was like, okay, I can do that. And then 5 new promos, people promoting under me. At 5 points minimum, that's manager, that's 25 points, that's 147 points. So that's what I just calculated that out. So I had that tool and I put that to play. And then bless my husband's heart because he loves these trips too. He's so quiet, you guys. If you've ever met him, you don't even know he's in the room half the time, but he loves to be there. He loves to come. He went home and got in my back office and wrote down for me everyone that was eligible for an upgrade. Wrote them all down. Didn't even pull a spreadsheet. But you can go to your back office, click on organization, personally enrolled, and see where they are and pull out your sheet of who's eligible for upgrades. And the upgrades are fantastic points, you guys. So actually, that's where really the biggest chunk of my points right now I have, we love Chris, 56 points from upgrades right now. So that's been huge. And of course, you have me, Leah, Andy, and probably others on here that have created tracking sheets for you. And like Stacy just said, these are in the Millionaires Rockstar patching page under files, and you need to go to that page. And every time you complete something, check that off. So you have a visual that you have to maintain it, look at it, and you got to look at it every day. You got to look at it every day. When you get up in the morning, if this trip is important to you, you need to look at that chart, look at the activities and how many points that you need to get on the plane to get there. And those are the focus for the day. Mm-hmm. And, some quick hitters right now, enroll premiums. Get people to promote. Last Wednesday night, I wasn't on the call. That's because we were having a patch party in Houston, Texas. And in one night, in 2 hours, one lady enrolled 4. That was a core promotion, or that was a manager promotion with 4 cores. Boom. She got 10 points. I got 5. So if you need a quick hit 50 points, you need to get some people on patch parties or enroll someone new. Boom. There's 2 points minimum. Do a launch party for them this Friday night. Get them to manager. There's 10 points for them and 5 more for you. There's 7 points with just one person. Get them to upgrade to the next level, there's 4 more points. There's 13 points with one person in 4 days. If you did that for the next 4 weeks, I think you're going to be in Punta Mita with us. It's that easily and accessible to you. 100 points gets you on the plane and gets you a room for 2. And then the 140 gets you for 2. So I just would say claim it, look at it every morning. and just really strategize and break it down. What do I need in what area? And do a spreadsheet over the next 4 weeks. These are the activities that I'm going to do and check them off.
Yeah.
And y'all, I'm not green. I am so not detailed. I'm so not organized. So if I can do this, I know you can do this.
I love it. I love it. You're hearing from so many different types of people that are just like you said. You're not green, you're not analytical, but yet you sound like you are, girl, because you're like I know exactly where I'm getting each of my points from, and with the help of Chris, obviously. But yeah,
Right here, absolutely positively not.
yeah.
This is me. Papers flying all over the place.
Yeah, that's exactly what mine look like too. Handwritten in notebooks, lots of notebooks. I hear you. Well, thank you. Congratulations, Alicia. Congratulations. All right, Valerie, where are you, Valerie?
Hey, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yep,
Can you hear me?
yep.
Okay. Hi. So I'm so excited. So far, I got the email that I have 92 points so far. So I'm really pushing for the mark of getting that 100. And I am blessed. I know, Dr. Stacy, you had said that Dr. Warren is actually my personal sign up, which I'm so proud of him. I know he's on the call tonight. And I will tell you, I'm a registered nurse here in South Bend, Indiana, and I'm all about getting people healthier in an all natural way because I'm not a huge fan of the pharmaceuticals. Hi, Dr. Warren.
Hi,
And
good to see
I'm
you.
so proud of him because I know he won the trip. Him and I are in a little bit of competition because he's always blowing me out of the water. But I'll tell you, I'm a very caring person. I do want to get people healthier all naturally, but I just started doing this in August, and Dr. Warren and I were blessed to go to conference. And I'm telling you, after I heard Jack Canfield speak, I came home on fire. You talk about ignorance on fire. I was ignorance on fire. It's better than knowledge on ice, right? So I have this thing I give people FOMO. I'm like, if you're not joining me right now, you're going to kick yourself a year from now because I'm going to the top with or without you. So people are like, oh wait, I got to get on this boat, right? I so health wise, I want to get people on the patches to get them healthier, but business wise, I know this is a business where ordinary people can make extraordinary money. I've always called it gangsta money, but it's legal. Like I know what it's like to be poor, and I know money isn't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. You can't live without it, right? So building a business, and I want to leave a legacy for my family, and I know this is the vehicle where we can do it. What I've seen so far with the patches is blowing my mind. I know Dr. Warren and I were kind of sharing some testimonials of his patients, and when you're so excited about something, you attract people, right? So, I mean, I go live with Dr. Don on Facebook, and I'm so grateful to be signed up directly to him and Susan. And I'm just praying to be on that trip. I'm so close. I know God has just been opening doors for me, and I'm so grateful for that. And I can't wait to see you guys at the Florida boot camp. We all have our tickets, and we're coming there as well.
Hey, that's great to hear. Well, congratulations, Valerie. I know for sure you'll probably have it this week, but if not, next week. You've got this, girl. We'll see you in Punta Mita.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So
You're welcome. So, Dr. Warren, I'll turn it over to you. Let's hear how
Hey,
you
it's
have
great to.
earned you're number one in the team right now, buddy. And all
Well,
of our entire organization, you have more points than anybody else. So everyone wants to know, how have you done that?
well, I first of all, I thank God for bringing me to this company, and it took Valerie, I think, 4 to 6 weeks just to get me signed up, and I was, not wanting it. But then once I discovered it and heard Dr. Don Verhulst, the other Dr. Don, speak on it, and then heard about the research, when I became a believer, it was all about patients. I didn't even understand the money payout or any of that. And Valerie made fun of me. I think it was 6 weeks ago. She goes, well, how much have you made? I said, I don't know. I don't know how to find that. And so I went looking, and then she said something about a trip a couple of weeks ago and how many points. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just doing what I do at the office and with these seminars. But I guess the way we built our part of the business was we've had, I think, 3 or 4 seminars. Our first one was at the office, and I believe we had around 30 people come, and Dr. Don Verhulst came and spoke along with Susan. And then we've done a few others at a library
We found out the library is free and it has a wonderful room, with 3 wonderful rooms. And then in the clinic, I would just talk to people about different issues. Or if I knew they had a son or daughter with multiple sclerosis or Parkinson's or whatever, I would just show them a testimonial, and that helped. But, I've heard a couple of people go, well, you're a chiropractor. That's why you're, doing well. But one of the friends of mine who signed up underneath me is a hairdresser, Christy Deekevers, and she is now taking off. And she had some struggles with signups, I have to say, recently in the last week, but I think they're sorting through those. But anyways, yeah. So when I looked at my points, unexpectedly, I figured out I saw that I had 149. I had no idea like that was going to earn me the trip. And that was, I don't know if Val's still on here. I forget when we saw that, but a week ago or something. And I'm not sure if I'm a little higher than that now, but anyone can do this. It doesn't matter whether you are, a janitor, a nurse, it doesn't matter, a beautician. We all know people. And when you share your heart that this product works and that you can help people, you naturally want to tell everybody.
Yeah. I love that. I didn't even know. I just looked and oh wow, I earned
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But you're doing the same thing Claudia said. You're doing the things every day to share this product with people.
Right. And so one-on-one, if I see somebody in the store that looks like they're struggling, I might say something. Or I've had some people I've done a couple videos online. I live on this river walk out here. And so sometimes even out on the river walk, I'll just put up a live Facebook and just do a quick little thing. If I saw the sunlight, I go, hey, the sunlight's so beautiful this morning and it's good to get out and be healthy. And then I'll just start talking about light and the patches and how it ties and how this works, and vitamin D through your skin absorbs. And you share stories like that, and that helps people to believe that these little patches truly do work and can change lives.
I love that. Thank you. And we're looking forward to hearing from you next Tuesday, Dr. Warren, as you and I jump on our Zoom talking about detoxification and the patches and what you have experienced, of course, in your many years of practice as a doctor. So everyone's
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So thank you. Congratulations on being our #1 points earner in our entire organization.
And again, I thank God for bringing me to this business, and I thank God for all of you. Val has just been such a help to me and such an encourager. And we get together every so often and just try to think through these things. And I also am trying to help the team below me, but help one another. Don't let your head get selfish. Don't let your head get fogged. Just look for positive situations that you can talk to people about this and share it.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. All right, Rita, let's hear from you.
Hey, Dr. Stacy.
All right.
This is so good.
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Hang on. Leah, I said Rita. Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'll get you in a minute, girl. Hang on 1 second.
Are you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. But I will say #1 is my same. And y'all, I apologize for this virtual background that I have. I actually went into my Zoom account and I don't know how it got up there, but I actually went in and canceled it. But for some reason, it's not canceled. So I've got to research a little bit further to find out how to get it off. But the #1 thing that I do is I say, and I share with all my personally enrolled brand partners, is to get up every day and share your bag of seeds. And that bag of seeds can be I've got a list of about 12 different avenues where I share seeds. And it can be anywhere from, as y'all know, a phone call, an email, just touching somebody. It can be a patching party. It can be a gathering of any kind. But every day, do something. Every day, do something to share LifeWave with people. And you'd be surprised. I had a lady, I don't know if I shared this on the last time that we talked, but I had a lady contact me about 3 months ago, and she said, She never commented on any of my posts. And she said, Rita, I've watched everything you've posted for the last 3 months and I'm ready. What do I need to do? So you never know, when people are watching, they may not say a word, but they're watching. They're always watching. Another thing I do is I have an email list of all of my personally enrolled brand partners. And I send my brand partners something. I haven't since Christmas. I kind of gave it a little bit of break at Christmas, but I send my brand partners something every day, every other day. Sometimes it's just a word of encouragement. Sometimes it's something that you've posted, Dr. Stacy. Sometimes it's something that I saw that's just extremely informative. But when I don't post, like if I skip a few days, I've actually had them contact me and say, "Is everything okay? Where have you been? I haven't gotten any emails in the last few days." So I know that encourages them. And then I think the reason that I have the points that I do is because of December. December was, the promotions. It was just huge, and I did 4 Facebook Live patching parties in December. And that was when I actually promoted to executive director. And the momentum, once the momentum is going with those kinds of promotions, you have to take advantage of it because those are windows of opportunity that may never come again, quite like that. So when I see that momentum picking up, then I always try to take advantage of that. And then there's one other little thing that I do that that has worked tremendously well for me for over 35 years. When I have a goal or a vision or a dream, not only will I write those things down, but I will literally record myself speaking those things, and then I will play that recording back to myself. For example, if I'm just washing dishes or whatever, then I'll put that recording on, and it's me talking to myself. And when you talk to yourself and say, I will be this, or I will do this, or I am this, or I am this, it's extremely more powerful than if you just have it written down and you just refer to it. It's your voice. There's life and death in the power of the tongue. So when you hear your voice, it's extremely powerful. So I'll create my own affirmations. I'll create my own goals, and then I will record them and play them to myself. So that's pretty much what I do. And I'm very pleased with how things are going and where I am. Of course, we can always push that little extra and do a little bit better, but I'm happy with where I am.
Wow. That is amazing. I love that tip. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but to record yourself and play it back to yourself. It's different than actually saying it like you're saying it right now, but actually recording and hearing. That's a powerful tip, Rita. Very powerful.
And you know what, Dr. Stacey, there's one other aspect to that. Some days we just don't feel good. Some days we just struggle. Some days it seems like everything we do kind of fall down. And those are especially the days that you need to be able to just hit that button, turn on your voice saying, I am going to do this. I am this. I am going here. I am going to do that. Because when those days come, it's like you have your own voice speaking life into yourself. And it's extremely powerful. I've taught private voice for 35 years, and I would have my own students to learn a song just well enough that they can sing it themselves, and then sing it and listen to them singing it themselves. And you would be surprised at how powerful that is to help them see the nuances and the things that they want to improve upon. Your voice is powerful. Your audible voice is extremely powerful.
That's a magnificent tip. Thank you. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you in Punta Mita.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. Right, Charlene, where are you, girl?
Right here. Right here.
All right, Charlene, and then we'll go to Leah next. Charlene, how have you earned the points you have from Punta Mita?
Well, number one, just we made the decision that that's what we wanted to do. And so making that decision is, you have to have a goal. You got to know what you want if you're going to get there. So we made the decision that that's what we wanted to do. And then we went through, we helped any of our people that could upgrade or go up in rank. So we've really been focusing on trying to help people rank up, putting a lot of time and effort into helping people going into their back office. What do we need to do? Who do we need to help? Strategizing to see who we need to help and get them there and then, put the time and effort into it and see if they want to get there, because if they don't want to get there, then, it doesn't matter. So helping them, seeing what they want. And then, for us personally, we just went through our back office, like, who do we need to upgrade? Who do we need to reach out to? Who do we need to call? And, so we did that for both mine and Robbie's, both our accounts, like, who do we need to get a hold of? And so we literally just went down our back office, wrote the phone numbers down if we didn't already have them memorized or whatever, or put into our phone, and called them or texted them. And then, of course, just trying to maintain our own rank, and us ranking up, that also gave us points as well. But, just being consistent and going through and helping your people, really. I mean, really helping your people, because we're all a team, and that is how we're getting anywhere, with this company. It's amazing because it's all about helping each other, and we love it. We
And you and
enjoy it.
Robbie both have earned your own trips, correct?
Yes, we both have. So we're excited because we're bringing guests. So
you are bringing guests. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
So we're excited. We love it, but just be consistent. Make it, just claim it. And, like, everybody on here has amazing tips, and it's just so true.
Yeah. Congratulations. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you in Punta Mita. Traveling the world together. All right, Leah.
All right, you guys. I ended up Sunday at 104, and today I sit at 118. And guess what? The strategy I went into this with 13 weeks ago will still work for you today. Okay? And here's what I did. I took the 100 points I needed to get the trip. Now, I don't need 2 flights. I'm single. If I invite someone, they can pay for their own flight. So I took 100 points and divided it by 18. And you guys, I only need 4 points a week, every week. So that was my guide. I needed just 4 points every week for 18 weeks to qualify for this trip. And that's honestly how I did it. And of course, went through all of the things that everyone's talking about, the way that we earn points. I talked with one of my teammates a couple days ago, and we calculated what she needs left. Take the number you need left today and divide it by 5. Her focus is 12 points a week for the next 5 weeks, and she's going to be on that trip with us to Punta Mita. So that's how I strategized. I know the way to get the points, the upgrades, the new customers, the promoting our team, maintaining rank. And I was doing all those things, but I also knew each week, minimum, I had to have 4 points. And here I'm sitting at well over 100 points. So you guys, the strategy still works right now. Take the amount that you need, divide it by 5, and go to work. That's it, girl.
A great idea. I don't know why no one said that in the beginning at 18 weeks. We just need 4 points a week. That's genius. And you get points for maintaining rank. That's even less. You don't have to do anything to maintain your rank. That's an easy thing. So, gosh, you really only need like 2 points a week. Yeah. Right? At SPD. Huh. Why didn't you tell me that 18 weeks ago? We could have been talking about it then. That sounds normal to my brain.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, congratulations. And I love you too. You're like, no, I'm not. If I take a guest, they can pay for their own flight. It's just me, myself, and I going on vacation, living my best life.
Well, and the great thing too about that, when I did earn the second flight on the past trips, that's cash in my pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, 450 cash credit. Yeah. We've been going on these trips since the first one in Tulum, Leah, remember?
Well, and I earned the 2 flights to the Greece trip. So I got an extra $1,250 in my bank account.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, LifeWave. I love it. Congratulations. All right. Where did Superman go? He was on my screen. Gary, can you unmute?
I can. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Good meeting. Gosh, a lot of things I haven't really done that I will certainly start up tomorrow. The promotion part, the upgrades. I've just been, I don't know, really busy with a lot of things like everyone here. And I kind of forgot, that we had a trip and I better get started. And so one of my affirmations was to be a miracle maker and attract the miracles. And I got to thinking that I wanted another Onyx Cole. I mean, God didn't break the mold after Onyx Cole. Love her or hate her, the woman certainly generated a lot of business. So that was part of the affirmation that, Lord, please open the door because I want to find a mover and shaker that can help more people and do whatever. And I had mentioned to you, I go to a group every Wednesday and although I didn't go today with 28 degrees, wind chill and rain, and Barbara said the roads are going to be slicked at 7:30, I'm like, rush hour? I don't think so. But last week I went and I was a greeter, and this is when I kind of started putting this affirmation belief in, that it was going to happen, and that's so important. I just don't say it and say, oh, okay. No, I believe that anything I ask God's going to provide. And so I saw a lady from the YMCA and I said, oh, the YMCA. I said, I go there, blah, blah, blah. And I said, what do you do? She says, I'm an executive director. I said, wow, that's cool. I said, which one? She says, oh, I'm executive director over all 14 YMCAs in Tampa. And I said, oh, really? So I give away a sleeve of patches at this meeting every time I go. I mean, by the time I get done, everybody will have talked to me and will have worn the X39. And the guy that won it is a guy I play golf with. And he said, hey, man, I won the patches. And I'm like, oh, great. And the lady says to me, Tina, she says, oh, I'd like one of those. And I said, oh, well, I don't have any in the car to give you. And I said, oh, Jose, here, let me give these to Tina and I'll see you on Sunday with them. And the next day she said, hey, I love these. And she referred someone to me. So I'm just kind of, you got to wait for the patch to do the magic. They got to work. Once it's left me, the results are in God's hands. I've done all I can. And I went through my list, and it was really a combination of people whose timeline had expired that reached out to me, and I just went through it. I have 10 potential home run hitters that if one of them says, "Oh, I can do this," Barbara's SPD. If 10 of them, she's going to pass me. Okay, she'll be elite and everything else, and I'll say, "I made this for you," whatever. But it was kind of interesting. Really, they just all kind of jived at the same time, which was really kind of, cool. So now I'm just kind of waiting, but I'm going to reach out to several of them because they're all influencers. And the one guy that came back to me 3 years ago, he got in, didn't do anything, whatever, but him and his girlfriend were doing, I don't know, insurance or something. And I really like the guy, and he's just hasn't made all the right decisions, unfortunately. And today I sent you that she came on board and signed up a woman bodybuilder with 112,000 influencers. And when I was talking with her, I'm thinking, oh, woman bodybuilder. Oh God. Well, I didn't want to, I had no idea what the whole thing was. And thank goodness she was a very attractive bodybuilder. And I sent you like, hey, God's opening doors. So we're kind of waiting for that to develop. And then tonight, I was in a store that I have never purchased from, and I'm not going to mention names, but I thought, you know what? There were a couple of sport jackets. I thought, hey, we got a big deal, might as well get some new clothes. It was I didn't do a lot with Christmas. And the one lady, at this store, attractive African American lady, and I said to her, I said, do you know anyone who'd like to look younger, feel younger, have more energy, more libido, and live longer? She says, everybody. I said, yeah, I know, I agree. I said, do you know what this is? She's like, no, what is that? I said, it's a stem cell patch. She goes, what? Have you heard of it? No. I said, this will basically do a whole lot. I said, I grew hair. And I got my phone out and said, look, she's like, oh my God. Everybody's, oh my God, that I grew hair. Okay. And then I showed yours and Leah's before and after. I said, look at these two. And I showed Charlene and so there's certain, I got them all ready. And I showed her, big Mike Tyson. And I said, hey, we got Mike Tyson. Well, come to find out, her husband had a torn shoulder playing tennis. And so I sent her, a torn whatever, and then a couple of NFL African American players who had worn the patches. So we'll see what happens. And while I was getting measured in the fitting room, the lady was kind of demure and probably 60-ish and kind of was losing her hair, it was thinning and just as sweet as can be. And I said to her, I said, do you know what this is? And again, she's like, no, what is that? I said, it's a stem cell patch. It'll help your hair grow. And once again, showed her the picture. So we got to talking. Well, she was a cancer survivor. And I said, well, listen, I'm going to send you a testimonial. And there's a testimony with Karen something. I can't think of her last name. Karen something. She's been on and every time I listen to it, I cry. I mean, what this woman went through, it's just incredible how she lived and got, survived all that they put her through. And 2 years later, she was in great condition, but and if that doesn't get you, I'm sorry, I'm out of bullets. Okay. I mean, if this doesn't convince you, there ain't nothing on the planet like, I'm sorry, have a nice day. I got to go. So she said, well, and my son's got Crohn's disease. I said, oh, that's a tough one. I said, we got testimonials and that. So I sent her, and these people, before I walked in the door, didn't know about this, didn't know me. And then I said, but you put your phone number in here. And of course, everybody goes ding, 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 ding. No one's ever turned me down. I say, hey, will you put your phone number in here? And they put it in, and I send them stuff. I say, I won't spam you. I'll send you just a couple of things to look over. But I don't, I kind of rely on intuition, what I feel. I stopped by to see my insurance guy today, who I hadn't seen in a long time, and he wasn't in. So his receptionist was there. I said, do you know what this is? She's like, no, what is that? So I, once again, kind of told her, and I said, come here a minute. I said, you see that car? She goes, oh my God. And so I took her out and showed her the car. And then I sent her some things about 29 years old, a receptionist that had never heard of us. And tomorrow I'm going to stop by and see my insurance guy who's been in business forever. And we're going to see if he's my Onyx Coal or not, because I know there's one coming. And there's no doubt I'm going to be on the trip. I just, need to get focused. But there were so many good ideas that I'm going to incorporate tomorrow. I hit the ground running. I get up. I love, Florence Shin. If you haven't read the books, I read them every day. I got affirmation, and I believe God's opening doors like never before. And we're at the right place at the right time. And this is just one of many trips that we all get to be on.
Wow.
That's my story.
Yeah. Have you heard of this?
Have you seen it? You know what
Have
this
you
is?
seen this?
Yeah.
What a concept.
Nobody has. And then, like I said, I'll go, hold on. I'll go like this. I'll go, can you put your phone number in there for me? And they all go. Everybody does it.
And
Everybody.
You're alive. You're still alive. No one's trying to take you out. You're good to go.
Yeah. So like I said, I the thing I belong to, I like I said, I give away a sleeve of patches. 5 are out and 3 are signed up, got results, and we're just moving through. And like I said, if you get within 3 feet of me and I'm kind of feeling like whatever, I'm going to ask you, do you know what this is?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
knows. I
Nobody.
love that, Gary. And you're a elite level senior presidential director, out doing the most important thing in this business, which is actually introducing the technology to people, because you never know where your next rock star is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love
And
it.
again, I continue. Someone was saying to me, I was talking to, oh, Janelle. And Janelle says, well, how do you do it? I said, Janelle, I ask God. I mean, well, who else is there to ask? I mean, the giver of all good gifts, and I'm not claiming sainthood by any means, and we have some things we're working on. Thank you, Florence Shin, who made us aware of certain things, like those tests that we get. You'll keep
Yeah.
getting them until they don't affect you. So in traffic, I am much more calm, and hey, I'll get there when I get there, and so there's some things I don't want no more tests. And I learned that the hard way. But the books you gave me, I tell people, change my life. Please read them. Please write affirmations. Please read them and do them. And then trust God for the results. And that's what I try to do. I still feel like a newcomer. I know I got elite status and yeah, the paycheck's great. I still feel like, man, they're going to fire me tomorrow unless I go out and sell something. And I love going to work and it's amazing. So I'm thrilled. I'm helping people on my team. Tina Dura had a guy, Mel out in Arizona who had problems with getting I got VIP, got him signed up, and so I Barbara will tell you I was on the phone tonight till like it was nonstop. Yeah. So I like being busy and so all of that's good, but I'm thrilled. I'm excited still. I can't say enough good things about what you've done for all of us and helped us and what a team, what a time, and what a journey. I'm looking forward to all of it. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Gary, for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those amazing tips. I love it. All right, Wendy, where are you, girl? Are you unmuted still? Wendy, let's get you unmuted real quick here. There you go.
Hello. So I use the tracker as soon as it came out. Andy does a really good tracker. I can't do all the colors and stuff. It drives me nuts. I just need like basic. So Andy sent me her tracker because I used her tracker for the last trip and was able to get the last trip, and it really was like, oh well, I know exactly what I got to do. It's right here on the tracker. So I just started going through and first I looked at what are things that had the most points. So when I saw senior director had 20 points and I knew I was pretty close, it was like, okay, it's time to go get it. So that was one of the things. Signing people up, I have about I would say equal new signups and people advancing to the next package. And then also just helping my team, however I can help my team to get some parties going so we can get some new managers in. And but yeah, maintaining my rank every week, make sure I get those points. I think right now I'm at 75 points. So getting there, it'll get done. Last trip I was able to get both free tickets, and so that's what I'm going for this time. We'll see what happens, but I will definitely be there. So
And I would love for you to share what was the most impactful thing you experienced from Punta Cana?
having my husband come with me, that was the best thing because he got to meet everybody. He got to see just how genuinely happy and amazing people that there were, and it really made this real for him. This is my first time ever doing any network marketing. So we had never done anything like this before. So I think he's kept thinking, oh, this is some hobby I'm doing on the side or something. He wasn't really taking it seriously. But then when he got there and he met everybody, he was like, wow, okay, there's a lot of really amazing people here and they're all in doing this for their business. So now he's like, oh, if I'm over here talking to people on the phone or something, he's like, you go, girl, you go get that, so so that was the best part, just getting Dave there and being able to hang out with Leah and spending
He's
time
really
with the
good
other.
at keeping our margarita glasses full, even in the pouring down rain.
So yeah, it was awesome. I had a great time and I'm really looking forward to going to Punta Mita.
Thank you. Wonderful. Congratulations. Well, we can't wait to celebrate you there. It's interesting. Meredith Burkich, who is our president of LifeWave, has shared that exact same story, that when she got into network marketing, her husband was like, meh, okay, whatever, go do your little thing, la la la, whatever, don't take away from the family time, and was not on board at all. No offense, men, but sometimes men are that way, and sometimes women are that way. So we all have experienced that in one way or another in our lives. But she said when she earned her first incentive trip and decided to take him, she took him and he said, when's our next trip? What do you need to do to go earn the next trip? I got the kids. I'll take care of this. I got everything else done. You go do what you need to do. We want more of those trips.
Absolutely. Well, and I will say 3 of the people that have signed up have been because of him. He's introducing it and sharing it with people, and then he'll just call my wife. She knows about it.
Uh-huh. I love that. I love that. When I got into network marketing, which was over 20 years ago, he didn't know anything about network marketing. I didn't know what network marketing was, right? I mean, my mom was the Tupperware, Amway, person that had the stuff under the counters, but that was about it, Avon, but nothing significant, right? She was stay-at-home mom, secretary. Dad was, Boilermaker. So traditional, workers, right? In life. So they didn't understand, right? Well, when I got in, Brent was, nah, I don't know either. I didn't know. He didn't know, but I knew I wanted to be home with my kids. That was my goal at the time. I was a full-time teacher. Taylor was 3 and Trey was 1. Not quite. And I knew I wanted to be home with them. And so he said, I don't care what you do. Just go replace your income. If you can replace your income, you can do whatever you want. But at the time, I was making $1,800 a month with a master's degree. That was fun. But anyway, that's what I was making as a school teacher for a year. And I replaced that my second month. And he was like, wait, what? What just happened here? And by the time that first, grading period ended at Christmas break, I made $8,000 that month. And he was like, is this legal? What are you into? I need to come to see these things. What's happening? We didn't have trips in that company. There were no trips like that at that point in time. And it was all about, the money that was coming in. And by the time that school year was over, I was earning $250,000. And he's like, you'll never step foot in that building again. I mean, he was all on attending conferences and everything else that he could get, his hands on. He's like, whatever that is that you're doing, just do not ever stop. Right. And so sometimes, with our partners, they just need to be exposed to something else. Maybe it's the money, maybe it's the trip, maybe it's the people, but involving them usually helps to think about it. If you're a partner with somebody, for them to be able to see what you're passionate about, hopefully they will support you in your passion, right? And obviously you can see many men sitting on here. We've got Michael and Beth, and obviously, Dr. Don and Gary and Dr. Charles. And of course, usually Robbie's right back there behind Charlene. And so Dr. Stan and Dean, we've got lots of people on here as couples and partners in what they're doing. But that's really an important thing, to whatever it is, share it with them too. And maybe they're completely 100% supportive, right? Maybe they're all in. Like Chris took it upon himself to go into Alicia's back office and make the list and be like, here, honey, this isn't your cup of tea. Well, let me give you what you need to go get done what you need to get done, right? And so that's pretty amazing to have, that. It feels good too when you have someone supporting you. They understand why you're on Zooms or why you're on calls or why you're doing what you're doing. I see many times on Zoom with Gary, Barb's bringing a cup of tea in, she's in there in the room sliding that tea in on his desk for him. I mean, it's awesome to be able to have someone support you in what you do. And maybe it's not a spouse, maybe it's another family member or a friend that's supporting you, but we all need that support system. But I want you to also keep in mind, because sometimes we can feel lonely out there. And we are all each other's support systems. Even if you don't know the people on here, you don't know who they are personally yet. Maybe you haven't been to an event, you haven't been to a boot camp or conference or one of these incentive trips, having margaritas in the rain. Maybe not yet, but it doesn't mean you can't reach out. I promise you, we don't have mean people. We honestly don't. I have been in network marketing a long time. I've seen some mean people. I'm sure we all have seen some mean people in some of these companies that we've been a part of or that we have seen. We don't have that in life. We don't have that in our team. We do. I can say I can't speak for all of everyone's organizations, but I can tell you that in this organization, we don't have mean people. If you reach out to someone, they'll answer. Now, if it goes to their inbox, the spam message box or whatever on Messenger, they may not see it. But if you want to reach out to someone like, hey, you know what? I've really enjoyed what Gary said, or I really enjoyed what Wendy said, or what Rita said. I'd love to connect with them. We're open to connect, right? We're open to teach and train and work and help with each other. And for those of you that are going to be at our leadership retreat, which are many of you on here in a couple weeks in Orlando, you know what happens, right? You know what happens, the connection, the time, the cups of coffee or the margaritas or the glasses of wine or the time the pool is heated. The pools are heated. So even if it's cold here in Florida, which hopefully it won't be in 2 weeks, we still are going to jump in those pools and hot tubs and take advantage of some downtime and chilling and getting to know each other and really being able to connect. So keep that in mind. We are all really here to help you. Gary just put his cell phone in there. Here's my cell phone he gave away. So feel free to text. I mean, that man, he's just, and trust me, he'll put your name, who you are, with the date he met you. He'll have like a bio written in his contact section. I've never seen somebody so organized with that. I wish I would have thought of that. But he is so detailed with how he keeps track of people and who he is and where he met them. And he's, I mean, you guys, it's just, we're here. We're here to help you, and we want you to know that. We want every single person on here to succeed. Every single person. And the last thing I'll leave you with, we all are working in the industry of multi-level marketing, right? Every single one of us, we are in network marketing. This is a network marketing company, right? Whether you're like, ooh, tiptoeing underneath the radar with it, or whether you're screaming from the rooftops, a multi-millionaire in network marketing. I don't know why I wouldn't scream that from the rooftops. What does your mom do? She's in network marketing. She owns her own time, right? You wouldn't believe he went to get a car this past weekend, and he's building his credit. And so I co-signed, and he's the primary on it. And they're like, oh, excuse me, ma'am, how much do you make? I need to put this in the box. And I looked at Brent, and he's like, yeah, we're not going to give you the full amount. People get a little wigged out on that. So we gave him like a medium low ball number that would be kind of like not really even normal for a normal person. And the kid was a kid. He just looked at us and we're like, we're not drug dealers. She's a doctor, but we can't really tell you. Just pull the credit. It'll be fine. It was like 815 credit score. Jolly fine. We're good. Moving right along. But know that we're all in the same industry. Be proud of that. Be proud of that industry that you're in. We all are working with LifeWave, right? LifeWave is the company we have partnered with. Remember, a fox can't chase two rabbits. So pick a company, go all in, do what you're going to do, and do it to your best of your ability. I buy from a buttload of companies. I want everything delivered to my door, the best quality, the best price. I don't have to go out and work with the people out there, right? All the time trying to find all the stuff in all the stores and all the places. I like boutique shopping. I like bougie shopping for fun, where they serve you champagne when you walk in the door or something. The rest of the stuff, my necessities, I want delivered to the house, right? So I buy from a lot, but I don't promote anything else. So keep that in mind. We're all with LifeWave, right? We all have this incredible technology we have at our fingertips. You saw Gary do this a million times. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? We all have that same product, every single one of us. There's only one variable in all of this, one variable, one thing that sets us apart, and that's you. Right here. You heard Gary talk about Florence Shen. You heard Rita talk about saying what she wants out loud, recorded, and listening to it over and over and over again. Your mind is going to determine your success or failure. You heard Charlene say, I made a decision. Robbie made a decision. We decided we were going to do this. It was a decision. And you heard many of them say that last week, right? Many people started with, I made the decision I was going to do it. We have 5 weeks left, 4.5 actually. Can you make it? Yeah, you can. We had people last time make it at the last minute like that. And I'm like, dang, girl, you pulled that out. Make a decision. If you want it, you can have it, but you only get to decide that. No one else decides that for you. MLM, LifeWave, patches, soon to be powders, and water machine, X2O. But you are the variable. So you decide, do you want this? Do you want this? Are you willing to do what it takes to get this? Are you willing to reach out of your comfort zone, step out of your box, go out there fearlessly, just absolutely fearlessly? Who cares if they say yes? Who cares if they think you're an idiot? People are walking around doing crazy things all the time, making themselves look like a fool, right? What's going to happen? Nothing. Worst case scenario, they say no, they laugh at you and walk away. Best case scenario, you have a new best friend and a new business partner, right? I didn't know you guys before. I knew Gary, right? I knew Alicia, knew Dean. I don't know anybody else sitting on the screen right here, right? I didn't know you guys. And you didn't know me, but we're okay, right? We're okay to be friends. We're okay to be friends, right? We're okay to be business partners to work together. Be okay to welcome new friends. Be okay for people to say no. Be okay for people to say yes. Run with the runners, right? You heard them, Charlene, say that. Identify who wants to go and go with them. Love the rest, bless the rest, help them at whatever level they're at. Whenever they reach out, respond. Of course we'll answer, right? But we're not pulling ropes here, you guys. We're not pushing ropes. We're not pushing ropes, right? We're not trying to pull people along that don't want to go. Just keep it fun. Do what you love, whatever it is, however you love to reach out to people, however you love to do things, do it. Do it over and over and over again. But leave some room for some things that maybe you don't normally do too. Because when you just step out of that little comfort zone, a lot of times there's blessings right there waiting. And last thing I'll say, I love Dr. Huberman, and I shared this with my senior directors and above in our chat last week because I watched this video 5 million times, this clip on a reel. Dr. Andrew Huberman. He's a scientist, researcher, brain neuroscientist, Stanford University. Anyway, he talks about the mid-cingulate cortex. It's part of your brain. And he talks about, took me a while to say that correctly, that fast actually too. I had to practice it out loud many times so I could say it correctly. I'm like, how do you say mid-cingulate cortex? But anyway, it's part of your brain that when you do something you don't want to do and you do it anyway, that part of your brain grows larger. Okay? It's smaller in people that are overweight. It's smaller in people, obviously, that are in impoverished, situations, right? Because they're not doing things that are hard. But when you step out and you do things that are hard, that part of your brain literally grows and expands, which is the seat of your own will, right? The power you have inside of you is in your brain, a big component of this. And you can grow that. And that's how you grow confidence and belief in yourself, right? By taking that leap of faith and stepping out and doing what's out of your comfort zone, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's, getting out of a situation you shouldn't be in or don't really need to be in, or maybe it's, saying, hey, I've just seen this thing on my neck to a random person in a dressing room fitting you for a suit, right? Maybe that's way out of your comfort zone, but your mid-cingulate cortex is going to grow. And the more you do that, the farther you're going to be able to step out of that comfort zone over and over and over again. And you are going to reach those goals and dreams that you want. If you want that clip, I can share that with you guys too. But it's a fantastic long podcast. He and David Goggins. If you don't know David Goggins, love David Goggins too. Amazing. Like that man will just, yeah. Anyway. Two amazing, incredible people. So thank you guys for being here this evening. Thank you for all of you that shared how you are earning your way to Punta Mita. If there's anybody else, let me know. Of course, we'll revisit this again in the next couple weeks, and we would love to hear from you guys as well too, earning your way to Punta Mita. So thank you all for being here this evening. Everyone have a fantastic evening, and I look forward to seeing you next week, and you too, Dr. Warren, next week on our Zoom.